Hello, my name is Saeed Jones, and since arriving at North Carolina A&T, I've taken a great interest in politics and economics. I've done hundreds of hours of research studying political strategies and economic history over the past 2 years. It is now the end of June 2012, and election season is upon us. Politicians from the Republican, Democrats, and Independent parties are firing away at each other for a bid to save our economy. Campaign affiliates are spending millions on ads that promise to lower taxes, improve the unemployment rate, and ensure future prosperity, hopefully and finally in the elimination of our national debt. Well, in the spirit of the season, I'm going to explain to you today why this concept of the complete elimination of our national debt is both unsound and detrimental to the health of our world economy. Now, the philosophy I'm going to explain to you today is called Cifreconomics, which I developed from the old French word cipher, meaning zero. Now, as a nation, we aren't good for our debts, but we are good for piling them on. So what if one day we were able to pay this debt to zero? What would happen next? Well, in a cipher-economic or debt-free America, treasury bonds would no longer have to be sold to foreign countries. These bonds are sold by the U.S. to help pay off its debt. Now, banks and international lenders find them to be extremely safe due to the longevity of their use and because they have become a pillar of the world economy. Now, the end of U.S. Treasury bonds would mean a reevaluation of Social Security. Now, cipher-economics is hypothetical, and in this situation, the tax rates would neither decrease or increase, but the money would have to be reinvested to a less stable outlet, which most likely will be stocks chosen by the government, much like those chosen for the 2008 bailout, companies like GM, Bank of America, and JP Morgan, which just saw a $2 billion trading loss less than a month ago. Now, mortgage rates, which are directly tied to treasury bonds, would skyrocket if there were no more debt. The higher the demand for bonds, the higher the price. The higher the price, the lower the mortgage rates are. No bonds would mean historically high rates that would immediately harm the bank account of every American with a mortgage to pay off. Now, in theory, by this time in a cipher-economic nation, the economy will be in a surplus situation, which would mean more spending domestically. But with a mortgage system that's based strictly on the stock market, any drop in any particular stock chosen by the government could immediately devastate the United States economy, resulting in a crash and crashing the economy of any foreign country that no longer has a U.S. Treasury bond to fall back on. Now, this system of cipher-economics, a debt-free America, would be extremely unstable, dangerous, and would lead to the eventual and most likely paralyzing crash of the U.S. economy, from which it cannot recover on its own. So at this point, the U.S. would have no choice but to borrow money back to get on its feet, and would eventually put the nation back into the same situation that it is today, in a debt-ridden recession. The world depends on the U.S. to be in debt, but as citizens, as surprising as it may seem, we do as well. So the next time that you see a politician claiming to have a better plan for America, whether it be Obama economics, Romney, or whatever independent candidate may come along, remember that what's best for everyone is most likely an infinite cycle of improvement rather than a permanent solution. So cipher economics isn't the answer. Thank you.